What's up, everyone? We're back. Well, I'm back with another video. Today, I'm going to do 2021 mock draft. This is right before the AFC and NFC championship games. After the Super Bowl, I'm going to be doing three mock drafts and then a mock draft, full 7-round mock draft for each team, individual videos. So you can look for those after the Super Bowl. Starting off with the easiest pick in the draft, I'm going to give him Trevor Lawrence, QB out of Clemson. Not much I need to say about that. Now the Jets, they're going to take Zach Wilson. They could go Justin Fields here. I just think Zach Wilson's more NFL ready, and I think that's what the Jets need more than develop a quarterback. Justin Fields has a way better arm, but Zach Wilson is just better overall, I'd say. Now with the Dolphins, they're going to take Jamar Chase. I think it'll give him a way better weapon for Tua. I just think the problem with the Dolphins is they don't have enough weapons to make Tua look good as he did in college. I think that's the main reason. Now moving on with the Falcons, they're going to start off with a clean slate. I know they haven't had any they haven't had any they have a new coach. They have a new offensive coordinator. They have a new defensive coordinator. They have a new coach, like I said. So I'm going to give them a new quarterback so they can develop one there. I think that would be I think Justin Fields would be a perfect developing quarterback. Maybe keep him as a backup. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll just have to see. Now with the Bengals, they're going to have to take an offensive tackle. I don't know why wide receiver is their biggest need here, but Penei Sewell, they're just hoping and praying Penei Sewell is right there, and he's the best offensive tackle on the board. He's second overall, so I think he would be a great addition to help protect Joe Burrow. Give Joe Burrow another reason why he should stay in with the Bengals. Now with the Eagles, I'm going to give them Jalen Waddle. I know Devontae Smith is right there. I just think Jalen Waddle would be a better fit in Philadelphia. So, yeah, I know Devontae Smith won the Heisman. I just think he'd be a better fit there. Now at the Lions, I'm going to give them Devontae Smith. This is a steal. Well, not a steal, but I'd say it's perfect for the Lions. They need any offensive weapon because they are struggling terribly with their offense. So I think Matthew Stafford deserves better, and I think Devontae Smith will give him that his last few years he's in the NFL. Moving on to the Panthers, I'm going to give them Trey Lance. Not much I need to say on that. They just need Teddy Bridgewater to move on, maybe find a backup, be a backup somewhere else. He's just not. I mean, we saw him with the Saints. He won 5 games out of 5, but he's just not NFL starter ready right now. So I think he needs to be. I just think he needs to be a backup a few more years before he's a starter, as we've seen this year. Now, at the Broncos, I'm going to give them Patrick Surtain. Patrick Surtain is by far the best cornerback in this draft class and just adds to that talent there's some talent on this Broncos team. They just don't know how to use it, I'd say. But I think Patrick Surtain would be a great addition. So moving on to the Cowboys, they're going to get a cornerback in Caleb Farley. Caleb Farley. I think the main cornerback need this year, if we had to pick one team, it has to be the Cowboys. They're struggling terribly with their defense and corner. They're just getting destroyed in their secondaries. So I'm going to give him Caleb Farley. Moving on to the Giants. If there were a wide receiver, a top wide receiver ready here, I would have given them one. But since there isn't, I'd wait for the second round for them. So I'm going to give them Micah Parsons. He is a great linebacker. He is the best in the draft class. And I think the Giants, their defense struggles, but let alone their offense. But we're not need to talk about that right now. But I think Micah Parsons is going to be a great NFL linebacker, probably a top in the league if they can, or if he can at his best. So I'm going to give him Micah Parsons. With the San Francisco 49ers, I know they need a quarterback badly, but there isn't any first-round quarterbacks here. So I'm because Mac Jones is the next best player, and he's ranked 34th, and he's just not a first-round quarterback. I'd wait for the second round, maybe trade up if it's that important to you guys. So I'm going to give them definitely not going to give them Kyle Pitts. They already have enough offensive weapons, let alone their tight end and George Kittle. So I'm going to give them Kwity Paye. He is the best edge in the draft. He is dynamic. He's a mauler. He's everything you'd want in an edge and then some. I think he can be a top talent. Now with the Chargers, I'm going to give them a tight end. I'm going to give them I'm going to give them Samuel Cosmi. Cosmi is arguably, I think he could go to the Jets, or he could go to the Bengals, just depending. I think if the Jets take Penei Sewell, he has to go to the Bengals. So I think he is a top talent, and I'd say this is a big, big addition to their offensive line. Okay, so now with the Vikings, I'm going to have to give them, let's see what we have on the board. I'm going to give them Elijah Vera Tucker. He is a great defense, or he does so much for your defense. I watched some of his tape, and he's absolutely crazy good, and I think he would add to that, show that in Minnesota, and here he is in Minnesota, and I just think Minnesota has to get a new quarterback, and if they get that, they're going to be an outstanding team. And if they draft Elijah Vera Tucker, it's just going to be crazy. So they already have a top 2 or 3 running back, and they've got great weapons offensively, great wide receivers. They're going to be a great team if they just do a slight rebuild on their defense and slight rebuild on a new quarterback. Now at the Patriots, easy pick. Where did he go? Okay, I'm going to give him Kyle Pitts. They are struggling They're struggling a lot with their offense. Tom Brady leaving has hurt them badly. As we know, Tom Brady carried as we were thinking he would. They just made a mistake not re-signing him. Unless Tom Brady wanted out, there's nothing they can do about that. But Kyle Pitts, he is outstanding tight end, best tight end we've seen in the first round in a long time. So I'm going to give him Kyle Pitts. Now at the Cardinals, I'm going to give them. I'm not going to give them a running back. I'm going to give them J.C. Horn. He is very underrated in this mock or in this year. So I think J.C. Horn could be a number one cornerback based on how much their talent on their defensive side of the things. They've got Kyler Murray, a rising star. They have Micah Fitzpatrick, a veteran. They have DeAndre Hopkins, probably the second best, maybe third best wide receiver in the league. And now they have J.C. Horn on the defense, which is scary if you're in the same division. I think it'd be pretty scary. So I'm going to go with J.C. Horn. Moving on to the Raiders, I'm going to give them who was it I was going to give them? Not Wyatt Davis. Let's see if there's... Yeah, I'm going to give him Jeremiah Osu. I'm going to give him Jeremiah. I think he is very underrated. I think he should be more like maybe a 13, 14 overall guy. Now, yeah, so I'm going to give them Jeremiah. And now with the Dolphins, they already took a wide receiver in this mock. And now I'm going to give them I don't know, should I give them a running back? No, I'm going to give him an offensive tackle in Rashad Slater. I think Slater is the third best offensive tackle, and if Samuel Cosme and Penei Sewell were not in the picture, I think he could go top 5 maybe. But yeah, I just think that since those two are in, it's no question he's a top 20 or 30. But yeah, I think the Dolphins' main need is offensive tackle and wide receiver. And they need someone to protect Tua, who's very injury prone. So I'm going to give him Rashawn Slater. Now here with the Washington, I'm going to give them... You know what? I'm going to give him Mac Jones. He has the potential to be a top quarterback in this league, and I think he will be. So it's a bit of a reach, but I'm going to give him Mac Jones. Mac Jones, yeah, he just has the potential to be a star. And, yeah, I think it could be pretty much a steal if he ends up being a star. So, yeah, I'm going to give him Mac Jones. Now with the Bears, I'm going to give them Christian Darrisaw, offensive tackle. Christian Darrisaw is another great offensive tackle. Before the season started, I think he would have been a top maybe 10, 15, but his performance dropped a lot, but I still think he can be a top offensive tackle in the NFL. Now with the Colts, with Phillip Rivers retiring, they're going to need to find someone in free agency or draft someone in like the second or third round, or second for sure if they're gonna get a young talent. But I'm going to give them Rashad Bateman, wide receiver out of Minnesota. Rashad Bateman is a great, speedy. He's basically everything you'd want in a wide receiver. He's fast. He's got size, and he's just got talent all around. And their offense right now is pretty good with the fact, even though Phillip Rivers is gone. You can make him into first or second wide receiver, no problem. And then me as a Titans fan, I would fear the Colts with this guy. So I think Rashad Bateman's a good pick. Titans, edge. You don't need anything else. Edge is your main need. Joseph Osai, easy pick. Joseph Osai is arguably a top edge. He had one of the best edge performances this year. That's why he's so high in this draft board. So yeah, I'm going to give him Joseph Osai. Jets, I'm going to give them Travis Etienne. Najee Harris went in front of Etienne, but I'm still going to give him Travis Etienne. I think he's a great pickup for this Jets team. And Travis Etienne didn't have the year we were expecting him to have. But the Jets, they just don't have a running back. As we know, they have Frank Gore as their first running back, and he is old and he's about to retire, I've got a feeling. And Travis Etienne would be a fresh face. And now they have Zach Wilson and Travis Etienne. It's going to be a great matchup. So now with the Steelers, I'm going to give them a offensive tackle, Jalen Mayfield. Jalen Mayfield would be a great addition to the Steelers team, protecting Big Ben as he finishes up his career. Just give him more time to throw. And yeah, now we have the Jaguars. I'm going to give them Najee Harris. I think it would add to the talent. I like James Robinson, but I'm not sure. I just think Najee Harris would add to the talent of the Jags offense. I think the Jets need Trevor Lawrence more, but somehow the Jets ended up winning a few games at the end of the year. But Najee Harris would be a great addition to the Jags team. Now we have the Browns selecting, and I'm going to give him Gregory Rousseau. Great edge, great talent. I've seen his tape. He's just great at tackling. Some edges don't have that ability to like take you down to the ground immediately. He has that talent. He is strong, and he's just everything you need in an edge. Now with the Baltimore Ravens, they need an edge too. So I don't think they need a tight end. They've got Mark Andrews, who's incredible. So I'm going to give them this guy, Azeez Ojulari from Georgia. Now at the Saints, I'm going to give them Xavier Collins, I think. Yeah, I'm going to give him Xavier Collins. Okay, now with the Bucks, I'm going to give them... They don't need a wide receiver. They need a running back more than a wide receiver. If Najee Harris was still on the board, I'd give him Najee Harris. But he is not, so I'm going to give them a edge. So, no, I'm not going to give him an edge. This is a tough choice. No. I'm going to give them... Oh, I don't know. For some reason, this pick is picking at my brain. I'm not sure who they give them. I'm just going to give them they don't need an offensive tackle. Okay, I'm just going to give him Terrence Marshall. Chris Godwin's a free agent. I don't know if they'll re-sign him. They probably will. Terrence Marshall will be a good third threat wide receiver for them if Antonio Brown or Chris Godwin end up leaving. But I think Terrence Marshall definitely improved his draft stock this year, making him a first-round talent. And now he's a Buccaneer. Now with the Bills, I'm going to give them Eric Stokes. He is a great cornerback, and I did think he'd fit well there. The Green Bay Packers are up next. They definitely don't need a wide receiver, but I'm going to give them a offensive tackle, Alex Leatherwood. His draft stock went down, so I think he would be a great addition to this already good offense with Green Bay. Now we have the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm going to give them Liam Eichenberg. I think that's their main need is offensive tackle. So, yeah, that's my mock draft. Thank you guys for watching. I know it was kind of slow, but yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, turn on the post notifications. And yeah, thank you guys for watching.